Hey, this is Tommy. If you've ever had as many bad battery problems as I have, you'd get some of these cool tools that I've gotten. So why don't you join me? This is Dirty Business Garage. Okay, so these are some of the tools that I use to check to see if my batteries are good or not. This first one here is an analog battery tester. It does 6 and 12 volts. Basically, you just hook it up and then you push the button and the needle will go up saying it's weak or bad. Basically, it's like starting the car. It's very simple, very easy. Now this one here, this is a digital one. It's got a little more buttons, bells and whistles. You can keep the battery in the car, out of the car. You can do alternator test, just a couple more things. And this one here is an analog multimeter. I was too lazy to get my digital one, so I'll have to go with this. This is a nice fine piece of equipment here. So today we're going to go check the battery on this here 56 Dodge Sierra wagon. Okay, we're going to start off with this analog meter. I'm going to go ahead and hook these leads up. I'm going to hook up the positive cable. And we're going to go ahead and hook up the SAD cable to the negative side. And right off the bat, you can see the needle is saying 12 volts. And let's look at this battery. It says it's 850 cold cranking amps. So we're going to just look on this little deal here. It's probably right in between there. And you go ahead and push the button and it shows that we're good. I see it's good. Okay, that's basically it. That's all we're going to do on that one. So let's go ahead and get the next one and see what happens. Okay, so we got this digital one here. This is a brand I use, Ansell. So we'll go ahead and hook this one up. And we're going to do the battery in the vehicle. And we're going to do the battery test. Blah, 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 instructions. And it'll ask what type it is, just a regular flooded. We can do cold cranking amps, it's 850, so we'll dial this up to 850. And it tests. Oh, says it's a good battery, great. I don't have to buy anything. All right, so now the next part, we'll go ahead and do a alternator test and see what it says for that too. Give me a second. Okay, so for this next one, I'm going to go ahead and do a charging test. Let me fire up the car and we'll see what the instructions say to do. Okay, so we'll go ahead and hit the charging test. It says we're putting out 14.5 volts. Go to testing, let's see what it says. Give it for 5 seconds. I'm just gonna guess here. Charging normal. Well, that's how you do the alternator test. And it's got some other stuff you can mess with. Battery out of the vehicle, all sorts of goodies. Okay, so with this last test, we're going to go ahead and use this analog meter here. I went ahead and put it on 50 volts, even though we're only at 12, because the scale is going to be a little higher than 10. I got my negative on that, and I got my positive here. And then that shows 12 volts. Okay, so now we'll go ahead and start it up, and it should shoot up to 14 volts. Let's see if I can't get that to do that. Okay. Put this here. Okay, now we're reading about 14 volts, just like that other one said. So I think we're good. Now I'm going to show you something else here. Now if you're ever out and about and you don't have these cool tools, another good tool, screwdriver. So with a screwdriver, you need to find out if your alternator's putting out or not. Let's get your screwdriver, and you go to the back here. Don't touch that part. Don't touch that, but go to the back here, and you should feel it magnetize. Right there, I can feel it. Right there. If it's magnetizing, that means it's putting out. If you got no magnetize, or no magnet, it's not putting out. Something's wrong. Okay, for this last piece of equipment, this is a load tester or charging system tester, but it's for like motorcycles, just smaller pieces of equipment. It's digital, so we'll go ahead and put it on the motorcycle and see what it tells us. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and hook up these leads here carefully. Carefully. Okay, so it says we're at 12.8. The cold cranking amperage is down here. It says 310. So I'm going to go ahead and push the button. It's putting a load test on it. The scale up here says 300 cold cranking amperage at 9.8 or higher. We're okay. We're at 10.2. That's it. We're done. That's it. And it tells us our voltage again. That's it. So that means this battery is good. So when I remember, I like to use a battery charger to keep all my batteries tip-top so I don't have to think about it. This is the one I use. I use a Schumacher. It's got a little more buttons and stuff on it, but it's set up for like a standard or AGM or gel cell because they need a little bit different settings as far as like voltage or amperage. So I'll go ahead and show you how to just do this real quick. It's really, really simple. Just get a couple of leads here and we re-hook them up again like we've been doing. Red to red, black to black. And then we come over here and I gotta flip my switch. And because this is a conventional battery, we're gonna go ahead and put it on automotive and standard, and that's it. Shows you the voltage, says it's on. And if you wait a minute, it'll tell you how much life is in that battery or how much charge is on that battery. Let's see if it tells us. Takes a minute. There it is, 95%. So that's pretty good. Well, thanks for joining me today. This is Tommy again with Dirty Business Garage. We're all in this shit together.